Mafia came out in 2002, and it was a unique game with a unique experience. Over time, the game lost most of its fan base due to its age, but a revolutionary game deserves a remaster, and instead of only updating graphics, Hangar 13 remade the whole game from the ground up. The biggest improvement in this game is the graphics, of course. Everything is so high quality now. Ambient occlusion, realistic shadows, better lighting, and dense alive city atmosphere all made it to the remake, which makes the game much more pleasing to look at and explore. The gameplay saw significant improvements. First, hand-to-hand combat has improved drastically from the original game. Now you can lock onto enemies, your hits connect, and enemies react to your attacks. However, it's still limited to just a few light attacks and dodges. Stealth, however, received a bit more attention. You can crouch, perform normal and cover takedowns, and move bodies. It's not the most detailed, but it holds the essential mechanics that make a decent stealth. But unfortunately, due to level design and enemy positioning, it's very simple and feels almost scripted. The feature to move bodies is there, but I only used it like once during my entire run. Gun combat is simple and straightforward, but the remake introduced a cover system that also allows you to orbit around objects you're taking cover behind, and the crosshair changed in favor of this circle crosshair. For me, I wish they kept and reworked the original crosshair. It feels more precise, but it does make a return when using a rifle. And finally, driving. The original Mafia game had kind of bad driving, but it was detailed since the game was intended to be a racing game, and the remake improved the driving and gave a few new additions. Now you can go through areas where your enemies will crash, and you can ram your way through roadblocks. Of course, along with manual driving and other options to make your driving realistic. The game overall saw significant improvements, but if you're playing the story alone, the game can feel very linear and straightforward. Also, I was very anxious about the race mission. All of you talk about how difficult it is and all, but even with multiple mistakes, I was able to nail the last 2 laps in first position and win the race from the first try. So no, it's not that challenging. The story saw some changes. It's about Tommy, a taxi driver who was held at gunpoint to help the Don's man escape from Morello's. After he completed the job, he got paid well. The next day, he was working. A bunch of Morello men attacked him and broke his taxi. He ran to the Don's bar and asked to join them, and everything picks up from there. Almost every change in the story served a good purpose, and with the improvement of technology, now characters have better face animations, which helps the game emphasize its story. The remake of Mafia is extremely successful. It nailed everything correctly and surpassed the original in many ways, and for that, it deserves a 9.5 out of 10.